Well, the last time we spoke, you were a loan player at Bristol City. Now you're here on a permanent basis. Just talk about that deal and how pleased you are that it's a longer term stay at Bristol City now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm delighted. You know, it's something that I wanted since the first day I joined on loan, and I'm delighted it's gone through earlier because obviously the option was at the end of the season. But I'm delighted it's come round earlier and that I'm a permanent Bristol City player.
And the club said from the start the option was always there to buy you. So were you relaxed, or is it a bit more peace of mind now that the deal has become a permanent one?
Yeah, no, definitely a bit more peace of mind. I mean, you know, I don't think you could ever relax. I mean, as soon as I come in, my job was to try and show how much of an impact I can make and try and be good around the place and stuff, whether that's on and off the pitch. So hopefully I did that.
And we can ask you this now that it's happened, but obviously there was a change of coach. So was that in your mind, I've got to prove to him that I'm worthy of a deal, I want to impress him?
Yeah, I mean, there's always elements of that, but it wasn't about that necessarily the deal for me. I was just focusing on the games and getting results for the team, really, because I think we've obviously, as you know, we've took a step in the right direction. It's about kicking on now and doing more.
Yeah, and as you reflect on your time at Bristol City so far, you've played a number of positions. How much are you enjoying your time at the club? And do you have a favourite position, or are you happy being the versatile member of the squad?
Yeah, no, I'm loving my time here. I mean, I have since the first day I walked in the building. I keep saying it and I will keep saying it. But yeah, no, positional-wise, I do like centre mid. I think it brings out all my attributes well. I like to create, I like to defend for the team. I like to do the dirty work as well. But yeah, at the top end of the pitch, I feel like I can affect games, but then it's up to me to do so, yeah.
Yeah, because you scored that wonder goal against Middlesbrough. Is it the attacking third where you're looking to improve your game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for every player in those sort of positions, you always want to get more goal contributions up. But I mean, as long as I keep creating chances for the team and do my best to put a chance away when it comes my way, that's all I can do, and it's something I'm working really hard on.
And I've had a chance to speak to you 2 or 3 times now. You're a real gent, but on the pitch, there's a bit of bite to you as well, isn't there? Is that a kind of game that goes unnoticed at first? Do we have to get to know you, or is it intentional, the physicality to your game, where you stood up for yourself against West Ham, for example?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always had that bit of bite on the pitch in my game. I mean, it's definitely developed more since I've been here with the run of games I've got and stuff. So no, it's definitely always been in me. But yeah, like I said, I think you do need that side, and it's important as well. I mean, it's all good and well doing your work on the pitch, but you need to show you're up for the fight and compete first of all.
It's what impressed me against West Ham, and I think it impressed Liam Manning as well, was that there was a physicality, but you and the other players in the squad didn't cross the line. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's very fine margins, especially now with all the new rules and stuff. So there is fine margins, but I think on that night we got them just right, and fortunately enough, we got the result to go with it as well, which is perfect.
The league is always the bread and butter, but an FA Cup run would be fantastic to complement that. It'll be another sellout on Friday night. How much are you looking forward to the game?
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I'm buzzing. I always love playing in a Bristol City shirt, but no, I mean, I'm delighted. I can't wait. And like I said, especially at Ashton Gate, in front of the fans as well, be buzzing.
Yeah, you're the underdog. They're a Premier League side, but you beat West Ham in the last round. Does that give you confidence going into this match?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the lads are full of confidence. I mean, we've put some really good run of games together, some good performances, and sometimes we've been unfortunate not to quite get the result, but I think we just need to keep our confidence, keep our heads down, and we're heading definitely in the right direction.
I'm a positive person, but you're going to miss Joe Williams, aren't you, on Friday?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a big miss. I mean, whenever we miss players like Joe, I mean, he brings that bite, that aggression in midfield, and he's very good with the boys as well in terms of a leader on the pitch as well. So yeah, we will miss him, but we've got the players, like I said, to back him up and be ready to step up when needed.
And in your career so far, has the FA Cup been kind to you, or is this what we call your best run so far?
No, I think this is probably one of my best runs so far, especially with the teams we've got to play and how far we've come so far. But hopefully it doesn't end here, and hopefully we can kick on and go on a real cup run. Yeah,
because we don't want it to be... I mean, we've seen Middlesbrough reach the semi-finals of the League Cup. Teams from the Championship can do well in this competition, can't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always get that saying of underdog, but we generally don't feel like that as players. We feel like we can compete with anyone. I think it's something that the staff's installed in us really well since they've been here, and us players' mindsets have really developed since I've been here, and we always go into the game thinking we can win.
It just occurred to me, you are at West Brom, a big club, Premier League pedigree. Has it surprised you a bit coming to Bristol City, you know, where 27,000 fans? Has the atmosphere, the mood surprised you at all?
No, I mean, because when I came here as a West Brom player, I always said I couldn't believe how good the place was in terms of the club itself and the fans. It was always buzzing when I played here. So as soon as the option was to join here, I couldn't wait to get going, and something that I really enjoy. And
just a word on Tommy Conway. He thrived, didn't he, in the last round? How key is he to City on Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. His games come on a lot. You know, he's a very good player, as we all know, and I think he's got that confidence in himself now, which is what every striker needs to put his chances away, and he's doing that like he showed against West Ham, both legs.
Good luck on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What is it about the club that you've kind of enjoyed or found easy to integrate with?
Yeah, good question. I think every little bit plays a key part. Like I said in one of my first interviews I did here, the staff, even like cooking staff, cleaning. I mean, obviously you got the coaching staff as well. It just feels like a proper family down here, and feels like you can speak to anyone. And I really enjoy working for everyone in this club. So,
which I guess is important for you. I appreciate it's important for every player that moves, but you have obviously spent your career at West Brom. It's your hometown club. It's kind of you grew up a Baggies fan as well.
Not really. Yeah, okay. Not really, but a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry to put you on the spot like that, but it's all you've ever known. And then to come, I know it's not a million miles away, but it's a different part of the country. It's a different environment. To have that is, you know, it's important.
Yeah, definitely, it is important. Like you said, it makes it a lot easier as a new player joining a new club and unfamiliar surroundings when you first come here. But no, I feel like I've been here much longer than I have in a really good way. I love coming in every day, and I love ultimately doing my job to try and get the club where it needs to be and where it should be.
What do you think you've done well since you've been here on the pitch?
I'd like to think I've brought an element of calmness. Especially how we play now, in terms of we like to build properly and from the back, and to do that you do need that bit of calmness. I mean, I think I like to bring that on the pitch, try and settle things down and just try and keep us ticking really, and playing constantly and not giving the opponent a moment's rest really. So I'd like to think I've done that well.
And other side of that, what would you kind of like to do more? You've touched on the goal scoring aspect. The head coach said that as well. Is that kind of where you see the next step of your progression? Yeah,
definitely goal contributions for me. But like I said, that there's been some times this season where we've got into good areas, and it's just that final bit for us all now really, and especially myself. I take onus up on that because I'm the type of player that wants to provide for the team and wants to do everything I can to try and help the team win.
I mean, you're probably not, it's fair to say you're probably not scoring enough goals at the moment. I don't know if that's something you feel within the group. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I think for the amount of chances we create, we would always like to score more, as everyone would, but we definitely get into some good areas, and I think that's the real positive thing to focus on. And we can't keep doing that and the goals not coming, so we do all believe that they will come.
So then, how does it change?
Yeah, I think, like I said, out on the grass as well. We work on it every day tirelessly, whether that's in the session or doing extra. Everyone works on the specific bits in the game where they think the situation they're going to be in. So I think that's something we are working really hard at, and it's improving in training, and also it'll come to tuition in game as well.
You've got, I appreciate he's not going to be playing on Friday, but you've got a bit of a set-piece rival now with Scott. Are you kind of doing extras to keep ahead of each other? Like, how's that working out?
Yeah, I think, it's great for the team that we've got someone like Twiney in. Obviously, we all know he's very good at a dead ball situation, and it's something that me and him have got to work together on really, because any of us could be called upon to take set pieces. If we're in the same team at the same time, then it could be either of us. But I'm happy to do a job wherever the team needs me, whether that's taking them or on the edge or in the box. I don't mind.
It was interesting that he because we've spoken before about how David Beckham was kind of your reference point for set pieces. He went on Saturday was saying Cristiano Ronaldo was his reference point for set pieces. You kind of got different techniques as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we all know both of those players are unbelievable at set pieces, and obviously you aspire to be like those two players. But yeah, no, I think obviously you take attributes from them, but you also have your own attributes, and then you mould the two together. And obviously, Tiny's got that detail very well. So no, I'm very pleased to have him here.
How was it? It seems an obvious thing to ask, we'll probably answer as well. But when you're playing in a more advanced role compared to a deeper role, do you approach the game in a different way?
I think I always go into the game with the same mindset, regardless of where I'm playing. I think the only thing that changes is obviously your positional awareness and kind of your job for the team. So like where you're in a 6, if you're out of possession and you kind of block in, getting ready to pounce on the opposition midfielder, whereas in the pocket or number 10 position, you always got to be ready and on the front foot to go and press, and also you're the first line of defence, which the gaffer touches on. That's really important for us, that first line into the second line, obviously into the back line. And yeah, the team's all as one really, and we've all got to stay connected, so my mindset never really changes.
And did you have any, if David Beckham was the man for set pieces, was there any midfielders you looked at when you were growing up that kind of, because you're quite interested, because you're quite tall, because a lot of midfielders tend to be a little bit shorter, but you're sort of the taller type. Was there anyone that kind of...
No, I mean, I've always liked De Bruyne, the way he plays the game. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people say that just because of his quality. But I really try and narrow it down to specific things he does well. And I think, yeah, you kind of take bits from people's game and obviously your own game, like I said earlier. You mould the two together, and yeah, I think it just comes naturally then on the pitch.
Did Nottingham Forest mean anything to you growing up in the Midlands? Like, because historically and just the presence of them, is that of any relevance to you?
No, not really. I've played against them a couple of times, but no, obviously they had that really good run in the Championship and managed to get themselves to the Premier League, and they've done well since they've been there. So we know it's going to be a very tough game. But like I said, we all believe in the boys, and the staff believes as well we can really do a job on them on Friday night.
There is a sort of a sense of it's a game, it's another game. So, and you, like you say, you'll say you feel like you're on a level with them, you can compete with everyone. But there must be a small part of these guys are Premier League players. Let's go and show what we can do against them. Does that come into it, or is that counterproductive in a way?
Yeah, no, I think to be fair, we touched on it against West Ham, especially both legs. Like, you've got to give them an element of respect almost, but not too much respect. And I think we definitely found that right balance, and we were sitting on that right line when it came to playing against West Ham. And we've got to carry that all the way through the competition. And ultimately, it's the same against everyone we play. We've got to treat West Ham as we do with any other Championship team, because ultimately we're there to compete and do a job at the end of the day.